Yeah, it's a ways back here. A couple miles, definitely. Four-wheel drive is not needed. The roads are really well maintained, so you should not have any problems at all. All right, Dad Adventures. Today we are at Faverdykes State Park in St. Johns County, Florida. And this was a bit of an impromptu stop. I had planned to go somewhere else today, but my father-in-law said this is a great place to go. He really wasn't wrong. It's a very quiet, very nice state park. But what's really cool is that they have a dedicated place just for kayaks. Let me show you. So the end of this boardwalk is a rolling kayak launch. I have never seen anything like this before. Okay, I didn't want to talk while I was down there because they were fishing, didn't want to scare the fish away. But I've never seen anything like that. They have those white rollers in the water that I guess you slide your kayak in, you just pull yourself into the water, then you pull yourself right back out. And that's fantastic. I didn't have a chance to try it today. I actually went farther in toward another boat ramp. But next time, definitely gotta check it out. So I didn't have the camera going on the way in. I wish I had, because two white-tailed deer ran across the road in front of us. And they just were not scared of people at all. It was pretty great. And I mean, when I say I'm afraid of alligators, to explain my fear appropriately, I have had nightmares on and off through my adult life where I have to cross a marshy area just like this, and it's just elbow to elbow 50, 70-foot alligators, you know, fictional in my brain. But having those kind of nightmares all the time, yeah, it gets to you, you know? It's just one of those places where you're definitely not the top of the food chain. And yes, they eat fish and smaller animals, like I'm not prey to them. It's also not mating season anymore, and all the eggs should be hatched already, so we're probably looking at decent size, you know, teenage babies. So it's probably fine. I'm not gonna tick off a mother alligator. For those of you playing along at home, this is my 4th time in fresh water in Florida, so I'm definitely getting better at it. However, this is the first time that I've been to a place with so many signs that are warning you to stay away. Now there are these small buoys. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a channel marker. I mean, it's little. It is doing the red and green thing, so it probably is supposed to be a small channel marker. Although I can't tell what side of it I'm supposed to be on. This just winds through here. But right now, all you can hear is the wind blowing through the trees. And a little bit of I-95, that's not far from here. I'm probably gonna jinx myself, but so far so good, no alligators. I just saw some fish jumping, so I had to turn the camera back on. Let's see if we see any more. So while it is really peaceful and serene back here, you're looking at a lot of the same thing over and over. I mean, it's pretty much just tall grass. And then in the distance, of course, there's jack pine and salt palmettos. That's it so far. At least the wind's behind me now, so I can use my paddles a little bit like a sail and just kind of coast for a bit. Speaking of sailing with a kayak, I have seen all these attachments online that you can hook up and have a little sail on the front. What do you guys think about that? Do you want to see that? That's something I should test out here on the channel? Let me know. It keeps changing direction, like it's kind of coming this way, then it'll shift and I start turning that way. If you want to be alone, this is the place to do it. It is isolated. Apple Watch has the rowing for a row machine, but when you're doing this, it thinks that you're not doing anything. I'm like, I beg to differ, because the motion for a rowing machine is very different than kayaking. So when you come to the state park, free cash, which I did not know, it is, I guess, $5 to come into the park, and cash only, one of those little envelope boxes. My father-in-law just called me and told me that, and I don't know, I missed it. So I'm headed back right now. Probably go talk to the ranger, make sure I don't get a ticket or anything. Yeah, so now I'm having to paddle against the wind. Much more difficult. I'm really surprised there are not more fish jumping, and that I have seen 0 alligators. Only birds I've seen have been turkey vultures. So again, while it's pretty, it's a bit disappointing. Like I said, a whole lot of the same thing when you're here. But we're headed back right now to the park. 1, because I'm not getting a lot of great footage, and 2, because of the whole parking situation. Okay, it actually kind of helped a bit. Good. Look at that. What'd you get? Catfish. All right. Another nice thing about this park is if you don't have your own kayak or canoe, you can actually rent them at the ranger station. There's a lot of one-way roads in the park, so just be careful of other traffic. And there's even a campground here. All right, so Faberdijk State Park. It wasn't bad. I'm just not saying I would come here exclusively for kayaking again. I think this would be a good spot to put in and then take your kayak all the way to the Intracoastal and come up by Fort Matanzas and possibly go to the beach there. Not much to see here. It's really quiet, really peaceful if you want that nice calm experience, but you're gonna be looking at a lot of the same stuff over and over, so not too exhilarating. But otherwise, still a good place to go. Might want to try camping here one time and maybe even come back and try out the kayak launches that they have. All right, so if you like this video, I appreciate that thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this and get some tips on where to kayak in Florida, go ahead and hit subscribe. Until next time, keep having adventures.